Hello and welcome to the Analog Sunday Reset. This is a new series I've started where I just want to talk a little bit about all of the pens I'm using, the music I'm listening to, the books, just analog things in general that I am or have been enjoying. And it doesn't necessarily need to be analog, but it needs to be slow. For example, I will read using a Kobo and I will still include it in here, but I will also read physical books. So let's go ahead and actually start off with the pens I've been using lately, or the pens I have currently inked. You can see that I had to change ink on my pen. I don't know if it comes through on camera, but I have like a lot of ink on my hands, which I struggle to get rid of. So I have actually just inked this. This is the Kaweco Art Sport, one of my favorite pens because of the way it looks. I actually really badly want the Kaweco Sport in brass as well. And I've also inked up this Traveler's Notebook or Traveler's Company fountain pen. Both of these are fine nibs, which makes them a really good fit for this pocket notebook. That's why I have them here. So I will just put these two back, but that is not the only pens I have inked. I often have like 3 to 4 or sometimes even 5 pens inked. So let's take a look here. I have I'm actually not sure what the name of this is. I think this is the twisbi VAC 700R. I have this inked up and I love the fact that you can see the ink. I have this inked up with a Kaweco purple. I'm not sure what the exact name of the ink is, but this has been an ink and a pen that I have really enjoyed. I think I will refill this once it is finished up. There is one major issue with this, and that is that I'm not easily able to like fill the whole thing up. It stops around here. You can buy something and fill that thing up with ink and then ink this all the way up. I just haven't done that. I have also inked up. I'm a big fan of twisbi, as you can see. This is the twisbi Eco in brown. I have this inked up with a green color. I'm not sure which green color because I currently have 4 green colors in my rotation. So that's what I've inked this up with. I also have another another twisbi Eco inked up here. This is the twisbi Eco Clear. I actually have, this is just inked with Lami's Black. I actually have another twisbi Eco here as well. So these are all of my twisbi pens, 3 Ecos. This one isn't actually felt right now, but I am considering going back to this. This was actually the first, like, not expensive, but like more expensive than the Lamy Safari, which is really cheap. This was like the first fountain pen that felt like an investment, because before this I had bought the Lamy Safari, as I mentioned, and also the Kaweco Moleskin fountain pen. This was actually my introduction to fountain pens, but the green twisbi Eco was the first one that really felt like a little bit of an investment. So that is my currently inked pens. I'm struggling to get them all back, but I think it will be okay. I also have this. I don't remember the name of this. This is the Uniball 1P, I think. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus. So the Uniball 1P, and I am a really big fan of this one. It is super cheap as well, so a great intro if you want to get into pens in general. So that covers up the fountain pen part of this video. Now let's dive into the notebooks I've been using and how I have been using them. So I have actually made a little bit of a change to this. I've added one insert, which I talked about in the video on Friday. This is a drawing insert. I haven't started using it yet, but I am really excited to start growing again. As I mentioned there, like I've been struggling a little bit with imposter syndrome, with like trying to figure out like just figure things out. That's how I will put it. I think just figuring things out. I've been struggling with like issues with feeling like my social medias aren't growing fast enough. And if you're new to the channel, which you probably are because this is a new channel, but if you're new to my content, I actually used to I co-founded a clothing brand, and then I had a TikTok account with 35,000 followers. That one got deleted, or I got banned, and I never got that back. But and I also moved on from the clothing brands and started a YouTube channel around like productivity applications. And I have been on YouTube for I've been on YouTube for 6 years, but I've done productivity content for like 3 or 4 long form content. Before that, I almost only did shorts. So I have been like struggling to figure things out, and just going back to like I think some people call it your inner child and doing the things that like would make your inner child happy. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm planning to do a little bit of scrapbooking tonight and just like trying to do creative stuff without it being a chore. So that's one of the reasons why I put it here. The other reason is actually because it is a chore. Like I have to sketch out my ideas sometimes, and whenever I don't have an insert to sketch in, I feel like making stuff gets a little bit harder. Then I have this single purpose notebook. This is a field notes. I really like the red one. I think the paper here performs so much better with fountain pens. Like the bleed through or the ghosting is so much less here. It is still a little bit of ghosting, but it is much less. I actually played around with the idea of having starting like a snail mail club, but I want to try to avoid things that are super trendy as long as they are trendy. Like I got into this journaling stuff a while back, and I'm hoping that people will continue to do this and continue to journal and do more analog stuff. But I I just didn't want to. I ended up like not wanting to start a snail mail club as long as it felt oversaturated. So I am still like focusing on my Substack and trying to build a community. And I have like a paid Substack, which is like both paid, which has a paid tier and a free tier. So I'm just playing around with what I want that to be. And this is back to like me feeling like I'm struggling a little bit on social media. And not only in the fact that I'm not feeling that I am growing, but I also like earlier in this notebook worked through like what do I actually find fun? Why am I on social media? Because I'm a big believer of like making the journey fun and not necessarily the destination, because I like when it comes to social media you might not there is a big chance that like I might not reach my goals. I might never be able to do content full time, and that has to be okay. And for that to be okay, like I have to make stuff that I find really fun. It needs to be more of a creative outlet, something I can look forward to when I get home from work or when I've had a tough day. That's when I've enjoyed, like, that's when I've seen most of my growth. And that's just generally when I've enjoyed social media the most, is on those periods where, like, I feel, I feel that, I feel like it is more of a creative outlet. I also created like I have terrible handwriting, but I created like I call it a dopamine break menu, um, where I have like different activities I can do in my breaks. So I try to work in Pomodoro timers. So I try to work like for 45 minutes, then a 15-minute break, and I try to do that over and over again. And I've played around with different ways of doing that, but I have found how that it is really important to take breaks because I often have headaches when I don't. So when it comes to these, like read a chapter of a book or an article, listen to a tech podcast because I'm really into tech podcasts, watch a journaling YouTube video, draw, go for a walk, grab coffee, stretch. That is just some of the stuff I really want to do whenever I am taking a break. And I'm considering like putting this here somehow. But I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. Then we have my capture notebook. This one has only a few pages left, like there isn't much left here. So yeah, it is getting close to, I'm getting close to changing this out. It's like 5 or 6 pages. It takes me around a week to get through a page, so there is still a few weeks here. The last one is this. It's this like Paper Republic insert. My work stuff goes in here, so not much to show here. And that is how I've been using the Pocket notebook lately. As I've talked about many times, like this is my favorite notebook. So this is the one that gets used the most. But then we have my Traveler's Notebook regular size. This is the Love and Trip edition. So it is a special edition, and I'm so happy I got it because I love the color here. I also put a charm on this. This is the Travel to the World or Fly to the World from Japan charm. Let's open this up. So in here I have a bunch of stickers. I need to like change out my stickers a little bit. I've had these for too long and I think I need to change it out. Then we have my consumption journal. I haven't like watched that much. I haven't watched that much, so I haven't felt this out properly. Like I haven't written anything new, so there is not much to be said about this journal in general. Here I have an insert for writing poetry. Also something I've stopped doing, but it's something I really want to get back to. So again, not much to talk about here. And I haven't consumed a lot, so commonplacing is not actually something I have done in here. Like I haven't commonplaced at all. So not much to say here. I haven't kept up with this journal. I have a pencil here, which I will show you once I've been able to close this. I wasn't able to close it. Let's try again. So this happens to me a lot. When I have a charm, I always close it the wrong way, but that isn't a problem. So I have this pencil right here which I use for drawing. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus here. So this is the pencil I use for drawing. I haven't used this yet this month or this week, not this month either, to be completely honest with you. Then we have my this is my project notebook. I won't go into this unless I have like some YouTube project or social media project, but currently I don't. I have some social media stuff I need to work through, but I don't have any social media projects right now, so there isn't much to say here. I have like, this is how I've set it up. So I have my YouTube videos here and I have like some other projects that I want to write something for the paper, an opinion for the paper. So that's just basically how I use this. But again, not many ongoing projects currently. My daily planner is still going strong. I haven't actually missed a day yet, but I don't feel like showing the stuff in here because it is like highly personal. But I haven't missed a day yet, and I've started like adding more things like ephemera or just doing more scrapbooking type of stuff. So that is something I am really happy with, and I have actually, let's see if I can find something. So I have actually some of the stuff I need to do today, like go for a jog. I had some Substack posts that needed to get posted. So a bunch of stuff here. actually filled out the wrong day, but that isn't an issue. It happens to me a lot, that I like end up with the wrong day, when I'm filling out my journal. Let's talk about the books I've been enjoying lately. So I have one from on my Kobo. So Shitification from Cory Doctorow. As I mentioned, I'm really into tech and technology, and the idea of technology getting worse has been bothering me a lot. So this book is really, really good. I'm at 85%, so around an hour left. So next week, hopefully, I will have filled in some stuff in my consumption journal about this book right here. So hopefully this will get some use for next week's edition. And the book has been really good. One thing I disliked about it is the fact that it feels a little too long and repetitive. But that might also be because I've heard all of the ideas. Like before getting the book, I watched several podcast episodes with the author. I've been familiar with this idea of enshittification for a while, so I knew all of the arguments already. If you haven't heard of it, or you haven't done a deep dive into the idea of enshittification, this might still be a really good read. Then I have a more, I call it a fun book. It isn't necessarily a book I read, but I bring this with me, and I read through some of the stuff and I jump back and forward. This is The World According to Yves Saint Laurent. And as I mentioned, I was really into fashion at some point. And I just find a lot of the stuff he writes and says really interesting, and it is fun to just see how other people think, and just see how, just see how he thinks. So this is something I I go to when I'm sitting on the bus or when I have a little bit of spare time. I just find it really, really fun. And it isn't like I agree with everything he says, but I still find it really fun to have this with me and just go through it instead of scrolling through my phone. As I've mentioned many times, I deleted social media apps from my main phone, and I do a two-phone system. So having something like this has been really, really helpful. Let's talk about some of the music I've been listening to. So this is Harry Styles' new album. I think it's called, what is it called? Disco Occasionally, Kiss All the Time. It's Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. I can't actually show you the inside of this because I think my YouTube video would be taken down because there is literally a naked man on the inside of it. You see him from behind, but still, YouTube probably won't allow me to show that. But it's it's a different sound than his regular pop albums. I hate this cardboard these cardboard CDs because I tend to destroy things all the time because I'm super clumsy, as you can see up here. But I really enjoyed it. I think this kind of electro techno vibe really was fun to listen to. I also really like the cover here. Just a really big fan of this one. The second one I wanted to talk about is Wild God from Nick Cave. This is an older one. I think it's a year or two old. I've always really enjoyed his voice. It's from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. And I'm considering getting Live God as well, which is the live album. These two have been on repeat, especially this one. I really enjoy and think Nick Cave has a great voice. It helps me relax. I can't tell you why, but that is like the album I've listened to the most the last couple of weeks. I got this a little over a month ago, and I've been listening to it nonstop. I only have like 7 or 8 albums to listen to, so there isn't much to pick from, but this has really been something I have been enjoying. I think that covers it for today's video. If you have any questions, any suggestions, anything you want to discuss, please comment it down below and I will try to get to it as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching or listening to today's video.